Hey there, all you wonderful, relaxed, casual people today. Welcome to February. Hurry into February of 2019. Seems like it's been a while since I've sat down and shared something with you and thought, hey, it's high time that I share something different today. Something completely random, of course. So what am I sharing with you today? Well, it's an experience I've come across that I rather liked and rather enjoyed, and I found rather relaxing. It kind of takes a couple of elements from things that I've come to enjoy in my lifetime, one of which being things made of glass, most notably stained glass. Like whenever you go past a really beautiful cathedral and you notice all the stained glass windows, you kind of pause sometimes and you take a look and you're like, and you think, how much time did it take them to make that? Long time, I can assure you that. And the other thing I like is masquerades. Well, in fact, one of my favorite movies featuring a masquerade would be Labyrinth with David Bowie and Jennifer Connelly, which features a really awesome masquerade ball. In fact, it's so wonderful that they now have, from what I recollect, a yearly celebration out there in California called the Labyrinth Masquerade, where they all get up in fanciful costumes and have a wonderful time in the evening. So you think, what all does this have to do with a game? Well, not much, but then partly. Today we're going to take a look at something unique, at least rather artful and tasteful in my opinion. And the really cool thing about this is an experience you can have for less than $5. Today we're going to take a look at Glass Masquerade Origins. So what exactly is Glass Masquerade? Well, it's pretty much your basic type of puzzle game, but I rather like the way the art style is done in this game because as you play this game, it's rather relaxing and it's really beautifully done. So let's take a closer look inside this game and I'll show you why I rather enjoy this game. So Glass Masquerade was originally put out in November of 2016 by a company called Onyx Loot. And they're getting ready to make a sequel to this also, but this is how the game first starts. Now when you go into the settings, you'll find that your resolution can go all the way up to 1920 by 1080, so full HD resolution. You have VSync options, you have volume sliders, and you have the opportunity to turn off or turn on hint fragments. As we get into this game, we'll show you what we mean by the hint fragments. This is all about the art from the International Times Exposition, which is an interactive electronic show. The game starts you off in France, and you go from there. This is your starting point. So you start off, and your first puzzle that you'll come up with, and you notice right away that this game is gorgeous in design. When you have the hint pieces, it'll actually guide you to where you can place some of the starting pieces. That way, in case you need a little bit of help getting started with the game, this kind of gives you a hand up. Now as you watch these pieces, not only do the rings line up for the starter pieces, but they also rotate into whichever alignment they're supposed to be for the puzzle. Now this is an example of how all of the pieces will fit into the game. And then as you get past the initial pieces, then what you'll do is you'll spend more time and you'll sit there and you'll spin the wheels, because some of these wheels have more pieces than others. And as the pieces get called into action, as I like to call it, they'll come in and they'll show you the detail as far as what's on that piece. Now this game doesn't punish you for not knowing where the pieces go. This is a puzzle game. It's meant to be casual. It's trial and error. So don't feel stressed out just because you can't find where a piece is right away. If you can't find it, it'll just go right back to the tray. Now sometimes when you try and spin the wheels, if there's more pieces, you may end up inadvertently clicking on a piece rather than spinning the wheel itself. And then as you get to the end of each puzzle, you'll see the image that eventually takes shape. This is just the ending of the very first puzzle. It's one of the easiest ones in the game. It'll give you time that you completed it in, so that way in case you want to replay it, you can always try again and beat your score. Once you get past the first spot, you'll notice more areas open up on the map. And there are areas all over the world that you can get into. And each one has its own quirks to it. Some puzzles are more challenging than others. If you're just starting out and you're not a real hardcore type puzzle player, you may want to go ahead and leave the hint pieces turned on, because that at least gives you some kind of idea of where you're starting at. So that way, when you're going through the puzzle, you may find where more pieces actually go. And some of these are a little tricky, because some of them, like this one, have more than one area that you can actually put pieces into. Because if you notice on this one has a lot of pieces, and the center area seems pretty small. Well, there's a reason for that. If you'll notice, now the center part's finished, but there's all these pieces left over. Where on earth do those go? Well, for those of you who are obviously more observant than I was first time I played this, there's an outer ring. Yes, some of these pieces go into the outer part. I know this is a bit of a spoiler, but I just thought it was kind of funny that it's like, oh wait, there's actually more than one part to this puzzle, which made it even more entertaining once I was able to finish getting all the pieces in place. So one nice thing about this game is that as you progress and unlock more places, you'll notice as you go around the map that there are way more places all over the map. North America, South America, Africa, Europe, Asia. Plus there's like some DLCs that are like Inception and Halloween and Christmas and Lunar New Year's, and it's going to take you a long time to get through every single puzzle that's in this game. And I think you're going to enjoy it every step of the way. Now, one thing I did mention is that yes, there is Christmas and other holiday DLC on here. Some of these are really challenging. As you notice, the Christmas one has 71 pieces in it. I was literally spinning pieces for quite a while in getting this puzzle put together, because this one does not give you a whole lot of hints to begin with. But I think with patience and a little time, I think you may enjoy finding out how this puzzle turned out. I did record the whole run of this, however, I'm not going to show you the entire thing. I'll leave that for you to enjoy on your own. So with all that being said regarding Glass Masquerade Origins, and there actually is a sequel coming out this year, in fact later on this month, Glass Masquerade 2. The fact that this base game, right now when I got it, was basically less than $2. Now if you buy all the DLC for it, you'll spend another $2. So basically less than the cost of a pizza if you like relaxing, artful, my viewpoint, tastefully done puzzle games. This may be definitely up your alley. So give it a shot and see what you think, and let me know what you think of it down in the comments below. Now I know from reading some of the message boards it did have some technical issues, and you may end up restarting Steam in order to get some of the free DLC packs to show up on your game. But once you get everything in there, I think you may find it rather interesting. Some of the DLC includes like Halloween and Christmas, and I think it's well worth the going in there and checking it out. As you can tell, I barely started my adventure. In fact, I started over for this review. There is a little bit of a trick if you want to start over. And this is something I found out on the message boards, because I was sitting there going, well, what if you want to start all over? What if you want to start your journey again? Well, right now, the only way you can do that is you have to hold down the left and right shift buttons and press W, and that will reset, basically wipe this entire map. As you can see here, I've got like 4, and then I did the Christmas DLC. And then you can also get the Inceptions and the Halloween packs. Those are the other DLC packs I told you about. This runs all the way up to full 1080p resolution. You don't really need anything fancy to run this game. It'll run on quite a few computers out there. So if you like casual, like I said, if you like casual, artful, tasteful puzzle games, and you have quite a bit of patience on some of them, yeah, it's absolutely up your alley. So let me know what you think. So anyway, just a simple review, just to let you know what I think of it. So, in my verdict, is this worth space on my hard drive? Yes, I do, because I like casual puzzle style games. Now, if you're not into that kind of game, granted, it's not for you. If you're more of the action type of game, this may not be up your alley. But if you want something to relax with and you're more of a casual player and you want something beautiful to watch, and it has some gorgeous music to listen to while you play this. So, and it comes with a soundtrack. You get a soundtrack with it too. So you get some extras. So it's well worth checking into. So yes, is it worth space on my hard drive? Absolutely. And I recommend you check it out. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. I'm going to get on out of here. So as always, I hope you live your life a little randomly each day, and we will catch you guys in the next video. Isn't that right? It's so worth the space on the hard drive, isn't it? Yeah, yep. Have a wonderful day, guys.